Glory, 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 hallelujah. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's another beautiful Saturday, and God is faithful. We are live this morning. You're joining me on TikTok. Good morning, welcome, good afternoon, good evening. Let's just dive straight into it. Welcome to Christian Q&A, to the glory of God, trying to answer all those questions you're afraid to ask. You're welcome on TikTok. You're welcome on YouTube. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let's have a great time this morning. Let's have a great time. Okay. God bless you as you join in. Tough questions on relationships, for married, for singles, for pastors, for parents, for leaders, as the Spirit leads me. Okay, good morning, Captain Nick. Good morning. Okay, everyone. Before I go to the matter this morning, I want to say one or two things that will help us. Okay, I read recently, for those that are waiting for conception, waiting. I call them waiting mothers. They are not barren. I call them waiting mothers. And it doesn't matter how many years you've been waiting. Don't allow somebody refer to you as a barren. You are not barren. You are just waiting. Okay. I read somewhere that wearing lipstick often is not good for women that are waiting for conception. It's not good. Wearing lipstick, those heavy lipstick, and you are wearing every day you're wearing lipstick. I read that the components in the lipstick can affect some people, and stop them from getting pregnant. Good morning on TikTok, Billy, every one of you. God bless you. I also read that too much stockfish is also not good for women that are waiting to get pregnant because of the mercury in the stockfish. So please, as you hear some of these things, I need you to Google them and then start applying them. If you're waiting for conception and you love to eat stockfish, and you've been waiting for years, apparently something is wrong somewhere. So please help yourself by stop doing some of the things that I'm saying this morning. I want to repeat again: stop wearing lipstick. From the report I read, the research says there are things in lipstick that will affect your conception, and too much stockfish. Another thing, nail polish. They say there's something they use, all these chemicals that affects and can affect you from getting pregnant. So please, I beg you, if you're waiting for the fruit of the womb, stay away from all this chemical stuff. I also read a 28-year-old lady, wanted to have fair skin, this craze about light skin, Meanwhile, we brown skin girls, we are really, light skin. So she started loading herself with a particular vitamin. I don't want to mention the vitamin here. You can DM me if you are interested. She started loading herself with that vitamin, and then she was adding more concussion. Who knows which site she went on social media, and she was reading all that stuff and she was adding it. At the end of the day, her kidneys packed up. So the doctors from investigation found out that it was that particular vitamin that is very good, though, but because she was chewing it all the time in very extremely high dose, and then she was mixing other fusion to it just to have light skin, it ended up packing up her kidneys. Her own sister had to give her one. So please, I beg you, leave your skin the way it is. God that created you with the skin knows that is what is good for you. Please stop, young ladies, men too are doing it. Stop taking things to make yourself light skin. It will damage your kidneys. Stop taking heavy vitamins without even eating. You take this, you take that, you take just because you read them on social media. You have to space it. You have to give your kidney the breathing space. Those things are too heavy for your kidney. So please, I beg you, look into that. As we go quickly into the question and answer this morning, okay? The first one, I have two this morning. The first one: do some waiting Christians and medical aids? Some medical aid, do they hide it? Christians who use, the question, do they use medical aids? Do they use assistance? Do they go to sperm bank? Do they go for surrogacy? Do they take fertility drugs? And if they do, why do these pastors, according to the question, why do they hide them? Okay, me, I want to answer. Don't laugh. there are, there are some serious bros and serious C's that go to sperm bank. They do use surrogacy. They do take what's that, fertility drugs, but they will not tell you. They will preach faith to you, and they will tell you that, there's healing, there's this. Now, why do they do that? From my own understanding, I want to believe that, first and foremost, don't laugh, they go to sperm bank with faith. They go for surrogacy with faith. After all, they are teaching faith. On a lighter note, listen, I want to believe that some of them, sincerely, when you come to them one-on-one, they might open up and tell you, but they don't want to share it on the altar, because it will make them look faithless. It will make them look weak. It will begin to challenge what they are teaching. So they will not preach it on the altar. They will not say, go, like I'm sharing now as a pastor, I'm telling you, you can go for surrogacy, you can go for fertility drugs while you're also praying. Most of them will not do it on the altar. They will not. But I want to believe that if they are close to you, they can personally tell you, that, see, do this, do that. They might not even admit to you that they did that, but they can advise you to do it. That's what I want to believe, because no pastor or serious Jim Christian wants you to see her or him as a weak faith. So I believe that's why they hide these things. Many preachers use private doctors. All these top preachers, they have private doctors. They use medical aids, but they still preach faith to you. They will tell you it's faith, and they make it look like they don't use those things. If you know, you know. That's what we Gen Z say. If you know, you know. So they use these things, and they use them discreetly. They use them privately, and they don't preach it, which I consider wrong anyway, but it's up to them. I'm not judging them, but I just know that if they tell you they are using these things, their message, it will weaken their message. That's their own understanding, and they don't know it's not good, because it's affecting so many people who want to use the medical assistant, but because their pastor is not talking about medical assistant, even some pastors that are doctors will not even refer to medical assistant. Can you imagine? Meanwhile, they are using it behind the closed doors. So I think that's the reason that they do this thing. Another question, the second one, and it's a very detailed one. All the singles in the house gather. I know yesterday people celebrated Valentine. I heard that shops were buzzing and bustling with people buying gifts and all that. If it's only on the 14th of February you celebrate love, your love is fake. And if it's only when they give you something that you love the person, then your love is not real. Anyways, we have a big and powerful and eternal Valentine. His name is Jesus. His love is throughout the year, throughout the months, throughout the weeks, throughout the seconds. It's not only on February 14th. So this is a question. How long should you wait after a breakup before another relationship? How long should you wait? Good morning, Sister Bamba. Thank you on YouTube. Thank you so much. Okay, how long should you wait after a breakup? Maybe you are a single, you are listening to me this morning, or you have a single you want to advise. Listen to this. This is detailed, and it's the only question that I'm going to. The second question I'll handle for the day. How long should you wait after a breakup before another relationship? Is it wise to go into another relationship right after you came out from one? Is it right? This is my opinion. Hurting people will hurt people. If you are hurting and you go straight back into a relationship, you are going to take that anger. It's called transfer aggression. You are going to take it out on this new relationship. Garbage in, garbage out. While you were in the other relationship, there was some garbage you sucked in. No, unknowingly, there was some garbage from that relationship that entered your spirit, entered your body, entered your mind, entered your soul. And then you just came out of that relationship. You are coming out with the garbage that entered your spirit, entered your soul, entered your mind. So you need time away to release as I'm answering you. Some people heal faster than other people. So which group do you belong? Do you belong in the group where when they hurt you, you're able recover fast or it takes you a while. That will determine if you can go straight back into a relationship after a breakup. I repeat again, which group do you belong? Do you belong to the group that heals fast or the group that takes time to heal? Okay. Another question, which I'm also answering your question: do you have confidence in God that the Lord God that permitted that relationship to break, that at the end of the day might actually be for your own good? Do you have confidence in God? Do you have confidence in yourself? I'm asking question and I'm answering question. The question again for those that are just joining: is it right to go straight back into a relationship after a breakup? So I'm answering now. Do you have confidence in God? Do you have confidence in yourself that you can make it work with the next relationship? Do you have confidence in God that God can actually bring the best your way after this one has been removed from the way? Okay, do you forgive yourself when you hurt yourself? When you make mistake? Do you forgive people easily when you make mistake? These are the things that will help you to go back into a relationship. You don't break from a relationship and rush back into another relationship without answering these questions. I ask again, do you forgive people easily? Do you forgive yourself easily? Because if you are that type of person that don't forgive people easily and don't forgive yourself, you are going right back into a relationship with so much pain, with so much unforgiveness, with so much frustration. So I want to ask you, if you are the type of person that has the grace, the strength to forgive yourself after you have messed up, because maybe in that relationship you are looking at it, I messed up, why was I even involved with this person? If you are that kind of person that can forgive yourself and dust it and move on, then you can go into a relationship. But if you have not been able to answer these questions, please don't try. More questions coming. Are you able to handle disappointments? Are you able to see disappointment as new appointment for new opportunities, or are you able to see disappointment as as opportunities for new appointments? If you are able to see it, then fine. Do you see yourself as someone that when somebody left you in a relationship, that person left a gem? Or somebody left you and you're like, thank God he left me, I'm not good for him. What kind of person are you? How do you see yourself? We are talking about going right back into a relationship after a breakup, and I'm asking several questions. If you are just joining me, you need to go back. This is very, very good, especially for all this our Gen Z. A lot is going on in your lives, and I want to believe almost 6 decades on this earth, I have something to say, and I've been a pastor for 30 years, so I have something to say. I'm just giving my opinion because I'm not saying I know everything. Okay. What do you do after you have answered some of those questions? What should you do? Go on a personal retreat. Sincerely, stay away. Not isolate yourself. Just take time off, instead of jumping into a new relationship. Some people, while they are in a relationship, they are eyeing another relationship. Bad behavior anyways. So once that relationship pack up, they just jump into this one. It's not the right way to behave. Okay. So go on a retreat and then don't jump into another relationship. Give yourself time. Accept when relationships go wrong, both parties are guilty. Accept when relationships go wrong, both parties are guilty. One person might be the terror, the armor, the terror. One person might be excessively grumpy. The other person, let me say, the other person might be excessively grumpy. The other person might be fantastically narcissistic. The other person might be fantastically fanatic. I'm using my words because of guidelines. Are you listening to me? So, in a relationship, when it packs up, please don't see yourself as innocent. You are guilty. But you see, you might not do much in that relationship bad, negatively, than the other person. And that's why you broke up. But always see that you are part of the fault and sit down and look at where you missed it. Okay? Spend time with you. That's what I'm saying. Get into understanding you better. When you break up in a relationship, take time to understand you, to understand your emotions, to understand how you feel. Don't rush into another relationship. Take you seriously. Take you seriously. Take time to understand you. I repeat again. Take you out. Take you out. Give yourself a time. I take you out. Go out. Take yourself out. Go out to lunch. Go out. If you empower yourself, treat yourself to a treat if, when you come out of relationship, especially if that relationship was damaging, it was everybody, it was very bad and you broke. Give yourself time, clean up, heal. That's what I'm saying. Depending on how damaging that relationship was, if it was very bad, then you have to give yourself enough time to, to enough antivirus to remove the virus. If not, if you go into another relationship, you are going in full of suspicion. Every time the person cough, he picks a call, you are suspecting the person. If you go in straight into a new relationship, there will be distrust, there will be frustration, there will be bitterness, there will be transfer aggression. Please don't do it. Heal first. Heal first. If you don't, this new relationship is going to suffer the punches that you brought from the previous relationship, and is going to pack up before you know it. That is what I'm saying. If you don't believe this, don't try it anyway. But if you try it, you will see what I'm saying. You find yourself easily irritated. You find yourself screaming. Because you are hurting. You came from the other relationship full of all kinds of garbage. So please give yourself time. Next week we are going to look at this person said, my mother-in-law doesn't want to leave our house. She's been there for a while. We'll talk about it next week. Okay, God bless you. Thank you for coming on. It's just 15 minutes. And if you think I didn't say anything, go back. You'll be amazed. I said so many things. God bless you. Have a very beautiful weekend and see you next week, Saturday. Ciao. Thank you. Thank you so much.